Hello, Namaskar. This is Vinita Kumar, and you're watching me on India.com. In our special Women's Day edition today, I have someone who's been this ever so graceful symbol of being a woman in the industry. She radiates love and confidence, and for her, to being bold is being true to who you are. Is that right, Dia? In conversation, Dia Mirza. It's just so beautiful to see that how settled you feel in life today, Dia, and it's almost so inspiring. Let me know, since you mentioned all this, this entire commodification of the industry, and just talking all about the box office success and the and the business. I also want to know from you. Do you then also believe in commodification of women by the industry? Because say today, if we talk about all these box office successes, we have the movies, pan India movies doing great business, but then you also see a lot of dance numbers in it, and you also see that a lot of these numbers are just put to just create eyeballs. So I want to know from you that is it the time to do away with that? From your own experience.
Well, it's a business at the end of the day. And I guess the producers are always hoping that audiences will come into theaters to watch film. And unfortunately, there is a certain, trend that we followed, and it has translated into football. Whether it is the way we um, and it's happening now with both men and women. So let's not only focus on the fact that women are expected to wear certain kind of clothes or have a certain level of fitness to be able to, whether it is showcasing just how fabulous they look.
Right.
All of the same is ascribed to men as well, right? So it's equally shared responsibility by men and women.
Yeah.
It's what do I say? It's just
is it the time to do away with it? Do you feel that we can have the equal amount of box office success without having those?
How will we do away with it until there are takers for it?
Yeah.
It's hard. Mm-hmm. But the good thing is, the healthy thing is that more and more actors now are talking about what a huge pressure it is and what it does to their mental health, and how, we need to stop ascribing so much importance to the physicality of people and focus so much on the way a person is looking, and that there is a lot of discipline, a lot of work, and a lot of pressure that comes with looking a certain way to be on screen. So and then of course there are aberrations, right? There are so many artists out there who are doing extremely well without having to fit into a certain mold. I think Vidya really broke that mold and has said, hey, you know what? I'll do it my way. I will be the body type my body allows me to be. I will choose my idea of what works for me, and I will fly with it and flourish in it. And she's proven it time and time again, and kudos to her for doing that. And I think, but we need more and more people to. Huma Qureshi, again, another example of an artist who just refuses to conform, is doing exceedingly well, is not allowing. Swara Bhaskar, I can name many actors who are really using their minds, their intelligence to do what they truly believe in, and I celebrate them, each of them, for it.
Yeah. Dia, you're a mom now. First, congratulations on that. Now you tell me this: does being a mother add to your strength as a woman today?
For me, yes, it does. Because I've always been maternal. I've always wanted to be a mother. I have like this beautiful bit of natural light on my face. I hope it's not disturbed.
No, I think it's good. I think it's just like God's way of divine intervention in our interview.
There's like this glow coming from my heart. Okay. Yeah, I've always wanted to be a parent. And I absolutely love children, and just my kids are my world, and it's just given me so much joy and such a deepening of purpose. I feel like everything that I do now, in a way, is going to be for my children. So I do everything now with so much more respect and love and regard. I always did it with love and regard, but there's just, yeah, it's a lot more intense than perhaps ever before.
Yeah. Dia, when you and Vaibhav got married, you had like this female priest doing the rituals, which was, I think, the most, like, the freshest sight I had seen in, the longest time online, So did you expect it would come out as this big statement, from your side, that you're breaking these gender roles?
I don't think our intention was to make a statement. It was something that we cared about, we felt really strongly about, and felt was so natural and wonderful to do. And of course, we had access to this incredible lady who happens to be the aunt of one of my best friends, my childhood friends. And she was generous enough to agree to, solemnize our wedding.
Yeah.
And I was very happy to see how many people responded so generously to it, and recognize the importance of really asking ourselves, why is it that there are so many jobs in this world that we only perceive men to do?
Yeah.
Women can do jobs just as well. Of course, culturally, women haven't played these parts. They've just not done these things before.
Yeah.
So that's a huge shift. And I think what happens is, like, for example, Vinita, in my case, I'm an SDGs advocate, right? If I am advocating for the Sustainable Development Goals, and amongst those goals, gender equality is a very prominent goal, one that I truly and personally care about, then I am going to question our choices in everyday life, and ask of myself and ask of ourselves, what are the choices that we can make to bring gender balance, to bring gender justice before? How can we, and the only way we can do that is by personal choice. Of course, educating girls can make a big difference, but how do we raise our girls? How do we raise our boys? What are the examples you're setting for them at home? Are we sharing responsibilities? Are we showing our children that this is a job a man can do just as well as a woman can do, or a woman can do just as well as a man can do? So I feel like all of this makes a big difference. And as people who are in the public gaze, if sometimes some of our choices can percolate into consciousness and help civil society really address certain things that we've perhaps ignored up until now, or not given enough focus or emphasis to, it's a great opportunity to do that. But honestly, Vinita, we didn't think of it as a public statement. We thought of it as something that we earnestly wanted to make possible.
Yeah.
For ourselves.
Dia, you just mentioned, all the fabulous work that you've been doing. Just global ambassador for environmental issues. You're just speaking for wildlife conservation, and there's peace, and there's so many wonderful things that you are associated with. Do you think that generally more say women leaders, speakers, and say more female office holders would like collectively make this world a better place for all of us?
Oh yes, Rita, I feel women can save the human species from extinction. We really can. I think we can make the world a kinder place, a more just place, a more empathetic place. And the sad reality of climate change is that it impacts women the most, and it's driving social inequalities, right? And to be able to rise above it and to actually make the change to reverse the problem, and to ensure that global temperatures don't go beyond 1.5 degrees rise within this decade. There's a lot of work that women can do in collaboration with each other, in partnerships with each other, because we just are a force to reckon with. We have a chromosome in our body that helps us respond to life in a particular way.
Yeah.
It's science, it's biology. It's also proven by women in the workplace, proven by women in policy, proven by women in government, proven by women in the healthcare systems, proven by women as CEOs. So it's across the board. I'm not saying that all women are empathetic. I think most women can be, and therefore we can help make just transitions and make the difference that we need to see in the world.
So, Dia, before I wrap this up, I need to ask you this. As a woman, just like a quick any incident that you faced in your life in the industry or otherwise, where you just decided to stand your ground, that you decided to not budge as a woman, something that just you look back and you realize you just feel proud as a woman, as the strength that you derived from that incident in life.
I can't speak of one incident, but I think it's a series of situations that I refused to allow myself to get into. It's a lot of choices that I've made. It's all the no's that I've been able to say that I feel very proud about. And those no's come at a cost. But I'm glad that I could say no when I needed to. I think a lot of women are afraid of saying no because they fear loss of opportunity. I've survived this industry and the workplace for 23 years. And I think I've only been able to do that because I've been able to stay true to who I am and what my core values are and what it is that I truly believe in representing.
Yeah. So thank you so very much, Dia. I think that was really a heartful conversation. And cheers to the woman who you are, and cheers to the women that we have all, come out to be.
Thank you. Absolutely. And it's our sisterhood that will really help the world emerge from all the problems that we find ourselves in. I hope we can continue to empower each other, celebrate each other, love each other, and be there for one another.
Yeah. Thank you so very much, Dia. Cheers to you.
Thank you.